Ministers of Education from 10 Southeast Asian nations, or ASEAN, are scheduled to meet during April the 5th to the 8th at Sheraton Grand Laguna in Phuket to discuss cooperation on education. The Southeast Asian Ministers of Education Organization, or SEA Emir Council Conference, or CEMEC, will also take place at this period. The Thai Minister of Education, Jiran Laksanawit, on Monday held a meeting with all working committees in preparation to organize the meeting and ensure smooth operation as host country. The minister said he is confident that all will go well, as Thailand, and Phuket in particular, have hosted several major international meetings and events, but he called for all officials and personnel concerned to prepare their best to welcome the participants to the meeting. The meeting aims at fostering cooperation in education among member countries. Mr. Jiran said Thailand recognizes and has a clear policy to pursue with UNESCO's objectives to provide opportunity or access to education for all by 2015, which was also agreed upon in the previous meeting of ASEAN Education Ministers meeting in Kuala Lumpur in March 2008. Education Minister also reaffirms the 15-year free education to begin in May this year. Thai Education Minister Jiran Laksanawit reaffirms readiness to implement the government's free 15-year education program, saying it will commence in the upcoming first semester of 2009 education year, which is May this year. Talking to members of the press in Phuket, Mr. Jiran explains that the free scheme will cover schooling fees, materials or textbooks, uniforms and activities. The scheme also extends to privately run schools where students are entitled to receive free supplies, except for schooling fees, which parents pay less than before. He said this year it cost the government 18,000 million baht to implement the program to support parents nationwide, not only focusing on learning opportunities, but also the quality of education the children have access to. The minister stressed that for uniforms and materials, parents will be granted cash, which they can collect and sign up from the schools and later show receipts to the schools. The Thai government is granting free education for children from kindergarten up until they finish high school. These cover about 1.2 million children nationwide. Phuket establishes ad hoc center to assist people who may face drought situations. Even though the drought situation in Phuket is not at an alarming stage, the authority has set up an ad hoc center to respond to the residents' needs. Chief of the Provincial Disaster Prevention and Mitigation Office, Chutnaran Kurtsom, said the center is prepared to assist people who are facing drought effects or water shortages. He reported to the meeting that since January the 22nd, 503 households in 16 communities from 2 districts in Phuket have received assistance from the center in terms of water supplies. He also stressed that the center has not received reports of water shortages or need for help from Phuket's outlying islands. People who face drought effects or water shortages are advised to contact their Office of Disaster Prevention and Mitigation or local government. In Phuket, the telephone number is 076-218-444. That's 076-218-444. Meanwhile, Phang-Nga Governor inspects Lamru Yai Reservoir. Phang-Nga Governor Surya Palusak inspected the Lamru Yai Reservoir in Lamken of Thai Muang District after he was informed that the water pipe from the reservoir cannot feed water to members of the public. It was found that the unleveled pipe obstructed water from flowing down to villagers in 5 villages, totaling around 2,000 people. The reservoir is also apparently leaking despite being only 2 years old. The governor instructed irrigation officials to check and rectify the problem to ease villagers' difficulties. The governor said it will take less than 5 days to adjust the pipe position before it can feed water to the villagers again. He asked Thai Muang local government to supply water to affected households until the situation resumes to normal. Phuket plans Phuket International Midnight Beach Soccer 2009 to coincide with the Thai Water Festival of Songkran. Creating a new era for the sports event, Phuket is planning to host an International Midnight Beach Soccer 2009 when participants are expected to play for a full 24 hours. The event is scheduled to take place during April the 11th to the 12th on Phuket's beaches of Patong, Karon and Kamala. During a recent meeting in preparation to host the 24-hour event, Phuket Governor Pricha Rongjan said he expects over 120 teams, Thais and foreigners to take part in the sports event. It will start from 8 a.m. on April the 11th and end at the same time the following day. The Football Association of Thailand will certify this event. This is to coincide with the Thai Water Festival of Songkran, when the activities are arranged at famous beaches around the island, and over 1,000 big bikers from Southeast Asian countries will meet to celebrate the festival in Phuket. For more information can be obtained at the Provincial Tourism and Sports Office, the Tourism Authority of Thailand, Phuket office and any local government offices, or email phuket@mots.go.th. That's phuket@mots.go.th. At the same time, the tourism sector in Phuket is going on road shows to the Chinese cities of Shanghai and Kunming to promote the region under Amazing Thailand-Amazing Value. The Phuket Tourist Association joins hands with the Provincial Administration Organization and the Tourism Authority of Thailand Phuket office to go on road shows to attract Chinese travelers to the region in early April. The TAT local office here in Phuket informed Andaman News that a group of tourism businesses from Phuket will visit the Chinese cities of Shanghai and Kunming to meet travel agents and restore their confidence in Thailand and the Andaman region, including Phuket in particular. At present, the Spring Tour Company is beginning to operate a route from Shanghai to Phuket for the travel season to increase the number of visitors from China. With 4 flights per week being offered from this month of March, the newly launched direct flight Shanghai to Phuket is expected to bring 600 tourist arrivals to Phuket per week, estimated to bring in 50 million baht monthly from this route. TAT will also help promote Thailand on Shanghai television program under the Amazing Thailand-Amazing Value campaign, which focuses on positioning Thailand as the perfect value for money destination. Just last week, Phuket welcomed travel agents from Shanghai, to whom the Phuket Governor Pricha Rongjan reassured safety and security and recommended attractions while vacationing in Phuket. The Thalang Victory Memorial site will be used as venue for the Thao Thep Kasarti-Thao Srisunthorn cultural event in mid-March to promote historical tourist sites. This year's annual cultural event to honor the heroic deeds of the two sisters, Thao Thep Kasarti-Thao Srisunthorn, is scheduled to take place during March the 7th to the 22nd at the Thalang Victory Memorial site on the north side of the island. Phuket Vice Governor Tri Akaradeta held a meeting with related agencies in preparation for the event. The annual fair will feature several ritual ceremonies plus cultural events to promote historical and cultural values among residents, particularly young people plus visitors to the island. A group ordination will take place on March the 7th at Wat Lati Wanaram in Phuket City. Historical tours of Thalang every morning starting at 9 a.m. at Thalang Museum until March the 10th. The sacred ritual which locals place importance on is paying homage to the ancestors at Muang Komarapat Temple on the evening of March the 12th, before the wreath-laying ceremony takes place in the morning of March the 13th. The light and sound presentation depicting the heroic deeds of the two sisters, who led villagers to fight back and conquer the Burmese invaders, will take place over 3 evenings on March the 13th to the 15th at the Thalang Victory Memorial site. Residents and tourists are welcome. Admission is free. And finally, local news. Police seek public networks for crime prevention. Around 100 people from 3 districts in Phuket were participating in a training workshop arranged by the provincial police to enhance their knowledge and skills in assisting police in preventing crime. This follows the national police policy to have officers in the region establish networks in the community to keep watch and prevent crime in their own communities. The volunteers learned both in theory and practical sessions, including how to spot or observe suspicious activity, police reports, spotting or recognizing criminals, plus knowledge on basic law, crime scenes, and narcotic drug-related law.